There is this VN that I want to talk on, and it's a VN that has circulated. You must have heard it. I just want to play a brief of it for you so that you understand what I am talking about. So I have a submission to make on this particular VN because there's something that I don't quite understand on this VN that prompts me to do this video. So just listen to a brief of it.
As well. Please, I was not being feeling pains on your languages or the way you are crying bitterly about how the things are going. I'm not confused about your cry at all, because if I should emphasize on people who should have been crying heavier and heavier, it should be me. I don't think we can be up to 10 in this country who are still alive, observing what is going on in this grand community and still invest their mindset on God, not on the process and principles of how things are not balancing well. For example, he's our leader, the CD of the grand community, Apostle Dr. Wankama. I got information earlier last week, that when the president of the country, Ahmed Tinubu, His Excellency, addressed him when they were to meet with the CBN governor. So when he heard that this man's mother had been kept for more than 2 years in the mortuary, from information I heard from the media, they said that Tinubu was not happy at all. He ordered that this thing should be fast to make sure that this man finds freedom to lay his mother to rest. The same thing applicable to my wife for 2 years, and now am I happy that my town people are paying her mortuary bill, and yet they are not worried because they know what I'm pursuing. Not just bring offering, bring tithe. If it's offering and tithe, you won't see me moving around negatives. I know the cars I sold seed with. Why? Because I am working towards that vision to materialize in my life. Giving. How many properties in Abuja I gave out? Because
why we wait for this disbursement to happen, and we all are praying fervently for what we have been waiting for to happen, and which we believe that by the special grace of God is going to happen anytime soon. At least with all indication is pointing towards next week. That by next week, a positive outcome will definitely come. There is this voice note that I listened to that I don't quite understand. Why we try to, advise the people, tell the people to calm down, not to protest, not to panic, that things are still on course, that we are getting closer to the day of maturity. We should also try, whenever we are talking, not to try to tangle ourselves with some kind of issue. With all due respect, I am not trying to play down on people or to try to, look down on people's weddings or what you've said, or try to, make mockery of pains that people are going through. No, this is what I just thought, and I felt, if it's like this, why are you still saying this? Now this VN talks about Apostle Ken meeting with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then when he heard that Apostle Ken dead mother is still in the mortuary, just because of this disbursement that have not happened, he was, a little bit angry, and he ordered that things should be done quickly, so that the burial should be done quickly. Now my concern is that is on one angle. He also talks about his own, but let me first of all talk about that of Apostle Ken. My concern is this: is Apostle Ken waiting for disbursement to come before he will do his mother's burial? That is what I don't understand. Apostle Ken is not a poor man. Let's be honest with ourselves. Apostle Ken is not a poor man, and nobody can actually tell me that Apostle Ken is waiting for disbursement to come before he can do his mother's burial. I think it's a slap on him himself. What if the disbursement doesn't come? What if there is no grant anywhere? Won't Apostle Ken handle his mother's burial? Apostle Ken is a pastor. And this is someone that has been in business. Looking for grant for the masses is to help the people, not just himself. I think we should try to correct this notion. So, him coming out to say Apostle Ken is because of the disbursement that have made Apostle Ken not to have buried his mother for over 2 years. I think I'm not believing in that. I am not believing in it. I am not buying into it. That is one. I am not buying into it at all. Because how much did Apostle Ken want to use to do his mother's burial? That he will now be waiting for grants to come before he will now do his mother's burial. I think we should not try to, because we are trying to calm people down, calm the tension out there, to be implicating some kind of issues or to be complicating matters. No, we shouldn't be doing that. I think it's totally out of it. I can't accept it that Apostle Ken is actually waiting for disbursement, for grant to take place, for grant to happen before he can do his mother's burial. Except if he's just using that as a honor to honor the people. But I'm not thinking it's because of disbursement that is making Apostle Ken to wait. He's not waiting for the money. Apostle Ken is not a poor man. In as much as I can see and understand, he's not a poor man. If he wants to do his mother's burial, he will do it. That is that on that angle. Concerning his own angle, that he said his own wife too is still in the mortuary for 2 years now. I am sorry. My condolences. Please accept my condolences. But if you as a pastor, sir, you said you are giving out cars as an offering, as a seed. You are giving out houses, properties as a seed. And still, your family or your community are the one paying the mortuary bill for your wife. I think something is fishy, sir. With all due respect, I'm not trying to insult anybody here. But when we are talking, we should try to understand what we are saying. How will it go? How will people see it? I think instead of using cars, buildings, or whatever, properties to sow seed or to pay offering, why not handle the issue of your wife with those money first? The Bible did not say we shouldn't know what we are doing. God did not say you must sow that seed. Why not tackle the issue of your wife burial first before using cars to sow seed or to pay offering? We should know what we are doing. I think this statement did not really, I'm not seeing it funny, because we're talking about dead wife and dead mother here, and we are not associating it with the grant, the disbursement that is coming. What about if this, God forbid bad thing, what about if this grant still linger for more 2, 3, 4 years? Won't you handle the issue of your wife, sir? Won't Apostle Ken handle the issue of his mother? We are waiting for grant to do a better thing, to add to our businesses. I believe everybody that have subscribed to this grant, have one business or the other that they are doing. But the only thing they want this grant for is to propel, to add to their capital, to take their businesses to a different level. That is that angle. And you made mention of there cannot be more than 10 or up to 10 that are still alive, that have waited like you've waited, sir. There are a lot of people that have been waiting over 9 years ago, and they still believe in the system, and they are still waiting up to today. So you are not the only one. You are not the only one. So don't say 10 out of millions. No, there are people that have been looking, waiting patiently, still following the process, still believing in it, that one day this thing will come to manifestation. There are many. So they are not 10 and they are not dead. It is true, we might be emotional than each other. Some people might, because of over expectation and wasted time and stuff like that, something happened along the line. Or some people went and borrowed money expecting that this thing will happen. At the end of the day, it didn't happen. Because of that, because of thinking, something happened. But that doesn't mean that you people will not be more than 10. There are a lot of people that have been waiting over 9 years ago. and they are still waiting patiently that this thing will happen. Meanwhile, by the special grace of God, everything has also played down to next week. Now, you know, I said it in my previous video that the way things are going, we don't think that disbursement can happen this week again. That is going to be next week because of the public holiday here and there. They only have 3 days to work, and even on Friday, it's going to be even half day. We all understand that. So with all this, there is no how disbursement can happen this week. So by the special grace of God, next week, with all fingers that have been pointing to us next week, and every information we have been receiving, by the special grace of God, next week we yield a positive result by the special grace of God. And this month will not pass without each and everyone receiving our disbursement by the special grace of God. This is just my own take on this aspect. This is Viragis HQ. If you have not subscribed to my channel, just subscribe and hit on the notification bell for more updates like this. Bye for now.